Listen to this bubbling hot peach cobbler fresh out of the oven, and it smells so good. I'm pretty sure this is why God gave us peaches. There are a couple common problems with peach cobblers. Either the filling is runny and thin, or the biscuits are underdone and gooey. Today I'll be showing you techniques to ensure you have a beautiful, smooth, thick filling and perfectly baked through biscuits. We're using fresh ripe peaches, pre-cooking the filling on the stovetop, crowning it with chilled buttermilk drop biscuits, showered in coarse raw sugar. I am so glad you're here. Let's have some fun. First, we'll be making our biscuits. You'll need a large bowl, and the first ingredient is 2 cups of all-purpose flour. That is 250 grams. Then you need granulated sugar. This is a 1/3 cup, 65 grams. We have 2 leaveners because we want lots of lift and rise in our biscuits. So we have 1 tablespoon of baking powder, 12 grams, and then a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, 1.5 grams. These will react nicely with the liquid, the heat, and also the buttermilk that we'll be adding in. Then you need a 1/2 teaspoon of fine sea salt, 3 grams. Give this a good whisk. Once your dry mixture is thoroughly combined, grab a 1/2 cup of butter. This is 1 stick. It's unsalted and it is fresh from the refrigerator. You want it nice and cold. We'll be grating it. I have this kind of a grater. You can use a box grater, and you just want to shred this right into, or grate this right into your dry mixture. Every once in a while, stop and just toss it with a fork. And you just want to get all of this into small little bits into the dry ingredients. If your butter's starting to melt in your fingers, just toss it in the bowl and get a little flour on it. It makes it easier to handle. The reason we're grating is because we want little fine bits of butter all through our biscuit mixture. It just gives a more even mixture rather than really large chunks and really small chunks if you use your hands or any kind of like a pastry blender. This just ensures even little bits of butter. Once you have tossed your butter around, make sure that all of the butter, the little shreds, are covered with flour. Make a tiny well in the center. You'll need 3/4 of a cup of whole fat buttermilk. This is 180 milliliters. Add 1 teaspoon of vanilla into it. That's 5 mLs. Give that a stir. This is cold, by the way, if I didn't say that. Then pour this buttermilk right into the center. Stir this with your fork. Don't overmix it. Just stir until you see a soft, shaggy dough forming. While you're mixing, just keep an eye out. Check the bottom of the bowl. You're looking for all of the dry ingredients to be incorporated. If you still see a lot of white powdery flour on the bottom, then don't be afraid to add like an extra teaspoon of buttermilk and just keep kind of tossing it around until you see no more dry ingredients. This is what your mixture should look like. It's just kind of a shaggy, messy kind of dough. Now we'll scoop these into 12 individual portions. I'm using a number 20 scoop. This is about 3 tablespoons. You'll want to put these on either a lined 1/4 sheet baking pan or some kind of tray, a plate. Line it with parchment paper because they are kind of sticky. Cover these with plastic wrap and put them in your refrigerator. We will chill them while we are making our filling. I'm doing a little bit of prep work here. You'll need a 13 by 9 pan and you want to lightly butter it. You also need to get some water boiling if you're blanching your peaches so that they peel easier. Also, turn your oven on to 375 degrees, that's 190 Celsius. It's time to prepare our peaches, and I must say this little box of peaches made me so happy. In our area in eastern the United States, we had a major frost that went through and took out crops all up and down the East Coast and ruined all the peaches. And my friend Walt happened to find some that were at a fruit stand here from South Carolina. So if you enjoy this video, you can thank Walt in the comments. Let's get our peaches prepared. You'll need 6 cups of peaches, 900 grams, and they need to be peeled and sliced. Once your water comes to a boil, drop a few peaches in, and you just want to leave them in there for 20 to 30 seconds. We're not cooking the peaches, we're just blanching them so that we can tenderize that outer skin, and it peels off easier that way. Remove them and just kind of plunge them right into an ice bath. This will stop the cooking. Again, we're not trying to cook the peaches, we just want that outer skin to be tender and easier to come off. Press your knife in and just keep going around. You can press into the pit, and then you should be able to just kind of twist, and it comes right out. And then you just want to get the skin off. In a large skillet on medium heat, melt 2 tablespoons of butter, that's 28 grams. All right, it's time to get our peaches ready. We'll be cooking them in this butter for 3 to 4 minutes or until it's nice and bubbly. This is pre-cooking it so that we're activating the cornstarch. So to our peaches, we'll add a half cup of granulated sugar, that's 100 grams. A 1/4 cup of light brown sugar, this is packed and in 50 grams. 1 tablespoon of fresh lemon juice, 15 milliliters. This will actually just brighten the flavor. The zest of 1 lemon. 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. This will help thicken our mixture. 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, that is 5 mLs. A 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon, just to give it a nice warm flavor. And then a 1/4 teaspoon of fine sea salt, 1.5 grams. Give this a good stir, gently. The peaches are tender, so we do want to make sure that it's combined before we put it into the pan. Once you see your butter simmering, pour your peach mixture in. Now we're watching for the sugar to melt and the peaches to start releasing some of their juices. You'll see it start to simmer, and we just want it to simmer for 3 to 4 minutes until it's starting to look thickened. What we're doing is activating the cornstarch. When you bake your cobbler in the 375 oven, it doesn't necessarily get enough time in the oven to activate the cornstarch. It needs to be like at 175 degrees just to get it activated. So this is giving it that head start that it needs. So our peach filling got a nice head start. Now it's time to put it in our baking dish. You just pour the hot filling directly into the pan. Spread the filling out, and then we'll put our biscuits right on top of the hot filling and get this into the oven. Remove your biscuits from the refrigerator and place them onto the hot filling. You want to leave space in between each one so that the filling can bubble up through and steam can escape. Placing cold dough onto the hot filling seals the base of the biscuit instantly, so it prevents the juice from absorbing into the biscuit, and it keeps the biscuits from soaking down into the filling also. Brush the tops of each of the biscuits with some buttermilk. This will help them just to brown on the top a little better. And then we'll sprinkle the top of each of the biscuits with some raw sugar. It just gives it a pretty color and a nice crunch. Now bake this for 45 minutes, 40 to 45 minutes. You'll see the tops of the biscuits are golden brown. You should see the filling bubbling not only on the outside edges of the pan, but also on the inside. If you're checking with a thermometer, the core temperature should be 200 to 205 degrees Fahrenheit or 93 to 96 Celsius. Let's get this in the oven. Peach cobbler is done. It's bubbling hot and absolutely beautiful. Smells good. Listen to that bubbling. Oh my goodness, I cannot wait to have a piece of this. So let this cobbler rest for 20 minutes to 30 minutes. You don't want to dive into this right now. It'll cause the juices to run. If you just let it rest a little bit, it'll set into a beautiful spoonable filling. So peach cobbler is not complete unless you have either some whipped cream or some vanilla ice cream on top. You can use whatever you'd like. I actually made my own homemade vanilla ice cream. So I'm putting a scoop of this on top. It is delicious. And if you don't have a favorite kind and you want to check this out, the link will be right here for this homemade vanilla ice cream. I'm going to try a bite. This is absolutely delicious. The biscuit is light and fluffy and it's baked clear through. And these peaches, that flavor, oh my goodness, they're tender. The filling is thick and smooth. Using these simple techniques that we did, pre-cooking the filling and chilling the biscuit dough, you have the perfect peach cobbler. If you like baking with peaches and you're looking for a great recipe, I highly recommend my peach galette. Check it out. I'll bake with you there.